Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. We're still reading the book. I am number 4. Sorry for the not posting for a while. I was really busy. If you're new here, go down and click that subscribe button as well as turn on post notifications so you get my updates on each book. And I guess we're on chapter 2 now. So, I'll start. I stand in the middle of the drive and stare up at the house. It is light pink, almost like cake frosting, sitting 10 feet above the ground on wooden stilts. A palm tree sways in front. In the back of the house, the pier extends 20 yards into the Gulf of Mexico. If the house were a mile to the south, the pier would be in the Atlantic Ocean. Henry walks out of the house carrying the last of the boxes, some of which were never unpacked from our last move. He locks the door, then leaves the key in the mail slot beside it. It is 2 o'clock in the morning. He is wearing khaki shorts and a black polo. He is very tan, with an unshaven face that seems downcast. He is also sad to be leaving. She tosses the final He tosses the final boxes into the back of the truck with the rest of our things. "That's it," he says. I nod. We stand up and stare at the house and listen to the wind come through the palm fronds. I am holding a bag of celery in my hand. "I'll miss this place," I say, "even more than the others." "Me too." "Time for the burn?" "Yes. You want to do it, or you want me to?" "I'll do it." Henry pulls out his wallet and drops it on the ground. I pull out mine and do the same. He walks to our truck, and comes back with the passports, birth certificates, social security cards, checkbooks, credit cards, and bank cards, and drops them on the ground. All of the documents and materials related to our identities here. All of them forged and manufactured. I grab from the truck a small gas can we keep for emergency. I pour the gas over the small pile. My current name is Daniel Jones. My story is that I grew up in California and moved here because of my dad's job as a computer programmer. Daniel Jones is about to disappear. I light a match and drop it, and the pile ignites. Another one of my lives gone. As we always do, Henry and I stand and watch the fire. "Bye, Daniel," I think. "It was nice knowing you." When the fire burns down, Henry looks over at me. "We gotta go." I know. These islands were never safe. They're too hard to leave quickly, too hard to escape from. It was foolish of us to come here. I nod. He is right, and I know it. But I'm still reluctant to leave. We came here because I wanted to, and for the first time, Henry let me choose where we were going. We have been here 9 months, and it's the longest we have stayed in any one place since leaving Lorraine. I'll miss the sun and the warmth. I'll miss the gecko that watched from the wall each morning as I ate breakfast. Though there are literally millions of geckos in South Florida. I swear this one follows me to school and seems to be everywhere I am. I'll miss the thunderstorms that seem to come out of nowhere. That way everything is still and quiet in the early morning hours before the turns arrive. I'll miss the dolphins that sometimes feed when the sun sets. I'll even miss the smell of sulfur from the rotting seaweed at the base of the shore, the way that it fills the house and penetrates our dreams while we sleep. "Get rid of the celery and I'll wait in the truck," Henry says. Then it's time. I enter a thicket of trees off to the right of the truck. There are 3 key deer already waiting. I dump the bag of celery at their feet and crouch down and pet each of them in turn. They allow me to, having long gotten over their skittishness. One of them raises his head and looks at me, dark, blank eyes staring back. It almost feels as though he passes something to me. A shudder runs up my spine. He drops his head and continues eating. "Good luck, little friends," I say, and walk to the truck and climb into the passenger seat. We watch the house grow smaller in the side mirror until Henry pulls onto the main road, and the house disappears. It's a Saturday. I wonder what's happening at the party without me. What they're saying about the way I left, and what they'll say on Monday when I'm not at school. I wish I could have said goodbye. I'll never see anyone I knew here ever again. I'll never speak to any of them, and they'll never know what I am or why I left. After a few months, or maybe a few weeks, none of them will probably ever think of me again. Before we get on the highway, Henry pulls over to gas up the truck. As he works the pump, I start looking through the atlas he keeps in the middle of the sea. We've had an atlas since we arrived on this planet. It has lines drawn to and from every place we've ever lived. At this point, there are lines crisscrossing all of the United States. We know we should get rid of it, but it's really the only piece of our life together that we have. Normal people have photos and videos and journals. We have the atlas. Picking it up and looking through it, I can see Henry has drawn a new line from Florida to Ohio. When I think of Ohio, I think of cows and corn and nice people. I know the license plate says the heart of it all. What all is, I don't know, but I guess I'll find out. Henry gets back into the truck. He has bought a couple of sodas and a bag of chips. He pulls away and we start heading toward US 1, which will take us north. He reaches for the atlas. "Do you think there are people in Ohio?" I joke. He chuckles. "I would imagine there are a few, and we might even get lucky and find cars and TV there too." I nod. Maybe it won't be as bad as I think. "What do you think of the name John Smith?" I ask. "Is that what you've settled on?" "I think so," I say. "I've never been a John before, or a Smith. It doesn't get any more common than that. I would say it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Smith." I smile. "Yeah, I think I like John Smith. I'll create the forms when we stop." A mile later, we were off the island and cruising across the bridge. The waters pass below us. They are calm, and the moonlight is shimmering on the small waves, creating dapples of white in the crests. On the right is the ocean, on the left is the Gulf. It is in essence the same water, but with two different names. I have the urge to cry, but I don't. It's not that I'm necessarily sad to leave Florida, but I'm tired of running. I'm tired of dreaming up a new name every 6 months. Tired of new houses, new schools. I wonder if it'll ever be possible for us to stop. And that is the end of chapter 2. Thank you guys for being here with me today. Again, if you haven't subscribed yet, go down, click the subscribe button, as well as turn on post notifications so you get every new chapter I bring out. And I guess that'll be it. I will see you guys tomorrow.